He's ready. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm ready. Here we go. So I've always been that curious kid. I was the one who, when my mother would say, do this, I'd say, well, why? And it was never one of those answers that I accepted when it was because I told you so. Now, I don't think I started out meaning to be rebellious. That wasn't the goal. It was that I had a curiosity for what I considered truth-seeking. If I believe you and agree with you, then I'll do it. But I wasn't somebody that was just going to listen if someone told me what to do. So when I started out in personal training and in the fitness industry, I was very curious about the body. And prior to going into personal training, I was actually a musical theater major. So singer, actor, dancer, and I loved performing. I loved using my right brain. It was so satisfying to get up there and sing my heart out and use my energy and be emotional and cry or do whatever I was supposed to feel in the moment. Because for a lot of my life, I didn't think I was really smart. I didn't excel at math and science. I got good grades. I got A's and B's. But I wasn't that brainy kid that got all straight A's or who got math and science so easily and was put in the honor roll every time, the top of the list. I had to work, but I didn't have to work that hard in the Englishes, and I didn't have to work that hard with the languages. So I just figured that was my strength. I didn't consider myself very smart. And then when I got out of school and I wanted to start working, I was interested in my body and health, always have been. So personal training kind of became the choice that made sense for me. And what I didn't realize that was going to bring to my life was a sense of confidence in my ability to learn and my ability to learn science and complicated things. So as I started personal training, I started to learn the science of the body. And what amazed me is that I liked it and I got it and I was good at it. And I mean, this kid that thought, oh, I'm just one of those, we used to call ourselves MT positive, musical theater positive, because we made fun of ourselves. It was sort of like we were embarrassed that we weren't that smart. But we knew we were flamboyant and out there and we had big personalities and we didn't care and we were talented in different ways. But really we were a little insecure about not being so smart. So personal training really opened that up for me, and learning science and being able to see it. Oh God, I remember thinking, I get this, like I see this and I think I'm good at it. So now I have all this really passionate information that I've applied to my life because I want to be the happiest, feel best body that I can be. I don't want joint pain in the future. I don't want to wear my body down. I don't want my emotions to get stuck in my body and create dis-ease. I don't want to be unhappy. I don't want to be miserable and trying to be the perfect body or have people think of me in a certain way or try to control what you think of me. So when it came to the fitness industry, I was getting really bored and I was really frustrated because I don't want to be the weight training, bodybuilding, bikini model person. Besides the fact that some of that doesn't come from an emotionally good place, it's not realistic for me. It's not about how I look. I wrote Fit to Love, how to get physically, emotionally, and spiritually fit to attract the love of your life. And one of my pet peeves in the gym has always been the insecurity that I feel in a gym with people constantly looking at what they look like, and I can feel them saying to themselves, I have to look good so someone will love me. That just never felt right. Why am I asking? Why do I have to look a certain way to get love? The disconnect there never felt good. And I've never been so comfortable in that environment because of that high insecurity. I mean, I remember being at the gym and having some famous people with their sunglasses on and me thinking to myself, wow, like, and I work out. This isn't about not working out and not taking care of your body. It's the energy underneath it that fuels you to do what you're doing. And you can feel when someone is doing it because they love themselves and respect themselves, or someone is in deep desperation for love, attention, a job, security. Those feel very different. I can't take a body or a person or a life and say, we're just going to focus on this one piece without looking at all the other pieces that affect it. To me, it's insane. It really is. How many people have been on diets multiple times for multiple years and they get results and they go off, and they get results and they go off? Well, why is that? Because you're not looking at the whole piece. If you're not willing to deal with the mental emotional piece that goes along with that, then you're just going to go back on this yo-yo train. And to me, why would you do that? That's insanity, right? Isn't the definition of insanity doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results? So I started the Fit to Love podcast show, and I was going to do 5 days a week. And I remember thinking, oh, this is great. This will be a way for me to talk about different things. And so I was in the car driving and listening to some of my law of attraction stuff. And I was all feeling really excited and happy. And all of a sudden it came to me, oh, we're gonna do movement Mondays. And we can do exercise and dancing and hiking and outdoor things and indoor things and show people all the different kinds of movement they can do for exercise. And that's going to be video. And then we can do Tasty Tuesdays. Tasty Tuesdays, I can cook. I can talk about nutrition. I can invite people to come on with me and talk about nutrition. Tasty Tuesdays, that's great because I've been cooking my whole life. So Tasty Tuesdays, I was excited. Oh, that would be video too. And then Wellness Wednesdays. Oh, that could be about hormones and about anything wellness, anything that I want to put there. It could be about detoxification or about cell phones or sunscreen or cancer, whatever. Oh, Thoughtful Thursdays. I get to do thinking and mindset and psychology. That's a perfect day, Thoughtful Thursdays, to bring on other experts, psychologists and hypnotherapists and people that talk about things that have to do with psychology, because that's such a huge piece. And then Freedom Fridays. So these all came to me in the car. I just wrote them all down. I had to pull over because they all kind of downloaded. Freedom Fridays was going to be about spirituality. Now I have a place to put it. And you may not want to hear it, and that's okay. Because if you know it's on a Freedom Friday and you're not interested, then you just don't listen to that day. So Freedom Friday got me so excited. I thought, oh, I'm finally going to talk about law of attraction. I love law of attraction. Law of attraction exists whether you believe it or not. And here's where I get to talk about it because I've been studying it for, at this point, close to 10 years. So I told my husband, and he said, oh, that's great. Well, you got to do Sexy Saturdays. Well, there you go. Thank you, dear. I have to do Sexy Saturdays. So now my husband just added a 6th day to my podcast show, but rightfully so because it's the most popular day. Relationships. And I know something about relationships. So I've created this show in order to help out and to reach out to other people who might want some of this information, who might be in a similar place that I've been in or are in the same place that I'm in. And I really just want to make a difference. And I know that along the way I have made a difference from positive feedback from clients and people and friends. And
JJ is the best.
I love her podcast.
She has a way of really wanting to really inspire the world.
I just feel so much better about myself.
She's great. She has helped me so much.
A big thanks to the Fit to Love podcast and an even bigger thanks to the amazing JJ.
She's the best. I love her.
I recommend you subscribe to the JJ Flizanes podcast show, Fit to Love.
And so I know I'm on the right track. And again, like if I'm not the right person for you, maybe something I've said has maybe jogged your imagination and maybe now you'll know where to go get it. But I invite you to really check out the show. It's my passion project and I'm really doing it to make a difference for you. Enjoy the show. The Fit to Love podcast show offers you 6 days a week of helpful content to achieve the happy life you deserve. Movement Mondays and Tasty Tuesdays are weekly video casts, while Wellness Wednesdays, Thoughtful Thursdays, Freedom Fridays, and Sexy Saturdays are audio-only shows themed every week to address your holistic life and needs. If this show inspired you, we would love for you to share it and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us today. Head on over to fittolove.tv for recaps of every show, resources, and to join the community. That's FIT, the number 2, LOVE.TV. Have a fit and fabulous day.